Hello my dear learners and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Science Zone, where you will learn the concepts of science with ease. If you like my videos, hit the like button. If not, comment in the comment section for any modifications. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for latest updates. Today we are going to start another chapter from class 8 science textbook, chapter number 5, Coal and Petroleum. In this video, we are going to complete the contents: materials, natural and man-made, then natural resources, inexhaustible and exhaustible, which are also known as unlimited and limited ones. Then fossil fuels and the first type of fossil fuel, that is coal, in detail with respect to the production of coal and its several stages. Then the products that we get from coal, that is coke, coal tar and coal gas, and the uses of these products. So let us proceed with the explanation. The materials which are available around us are divided into two parts: man-made, which are made by the humans, and the natural materials, which are available in nature or naturally occurring materials. Now, the man-made materials could be anything, starting from our beds, then chairs, tables, our markers, boards, etc. And the natural materials are again divided into two parts. Here we can say them as natural resources. So these natural resources are again divided into two parts: inexhaustible, that is unlimited, and exhaustible or limited. Now, the natural resources which are inexhaustible, they are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. That means they are not likely to have an end. Till the earth is there, sun and air, which are the example of inexhaustible resources, they will be present. Now, the exhaustible resources can be defined as the amount of these resources in nature is limited, or simply we can say that inexhaustible resources are present in limited quantities in nature and they can be exhausted by human activities. The examples of these exhaustible resources are forests, wildlife, minerals, and fossil fuels. Now we are going to learn about these fossil fuels in detail. Fossil fuels are the hydrocarbons containing basically the hydrogen and carbon, and they are formed from the remains of dead plants and animals. The formation requires millions of years and under high temperature and pressure conditions. So simply the fossil fuels are the hydrocarbons formed from the remains of dead plants and animals in millions of years under high temperature and pressure. Now there are some advantages and disadvantages associated with these fossil fuels. As we are using the fossil fuels, the examples of fossil fuels are coal and petroleum. That's why we are learning in this chapter the fossil fuels. So advantages are they are cheaper. As they are available in nature, they are one of the natural resources. So they are cheaper as compared to some man-made resources. Then they are reliable. Reliable means we can rely on them. Then abundance. They are present in abundance. They are present in larger quantities and they give us many useful byproducts. Means some other components are also associated with these fossil fuels. Now there are some disadvantages also associated with the fossil fuels. That is, they pollute the water. Okay, water pollution is one of the disadvantage. Then oil spills and oil ring explosion. These are one of the greatest disadvantages of using fossil fuels. And the very much is that they are non-renewable or they are exhaustible. So as they are depleted, they will require again the millions of years to be formed. With this we have learned about fossil fuels. Now we are going to move on to the next topic, that is coal. So coal we can define as a dark black colored hard stone-like substance used as a fuel. We all must have seen coal in our lives. It somewhat looks like this. It is as a stone and it is black in color. It is hard. As I am pressing it, it is not getting deformed. Okay, with high pressure also it is not getting deformed. So it is hard, black in color, as well as it is used as fuel. Now, this coal has several uses. These uses include to cook food, to produce steam in railway engines, to produce thermal electricity, and as a fuel in industries. As we know that coal is a fossil fuel, so it takes thousands of years or millions of years to be formed. Now, the production of coal is as follows, or as you can see on the screen. There are 4 steps of conversion of flora and fauna in wetlands into the 4 stages, and these 4 stages are different types of coal available, out of which we can use the 2 of them, the last 2, that is bituminous coal and anthracite, for different purposes. Now let us see how the coal is produced. The flora and fauna which are present in the wetlands, they just submerge in the soil and layers of soil start forming or start making layers. The soil forms all over the surface, and with time temperature and pressure starts increasing. There is a pressure, and as it is going underground, the temperature also increases. Now, these after several thousand years convert into peat, which is a soft fibrous substance. Now this peat, again after some time, temperature and increasing pressure, it is converted into lignite, which is somewhat solid in nature and it is dark brown in color. Then again after several thousand years, we will get bituminous coal, which is black and harder as compared to lignite. And finally, after millions of years, we will get anthracite, which is the hardest type of rock or hardest type of coal which is available. Not rock, hardest type of coal which is available in nature. So all this process takes place with respect to increasing time, increasing temperature and increasing pressure. The coal thus obtained is again processed to get some other useful products. When burning, the coal produces mainly the carbon dioxide gas, which is harmful in nature, and it increases the temperature of atmosphere. The several products obtained from coal are coke, coal tar and coal gas. Now what are they? Coke is a tough, porous, black substance. It is a pure form of carbon. It is used in manufacture of steel and in extraction of various metals. Then we have coal tar, which is black, thick liquid with unpleasant smell. You must have seen coal tar while making the roads. Coal tar is a mixture of about 200 products. That means 200 products are obtained from coal tar. They are used in manufacturing of drugs and dyes, the synthetic ones, then in perfumes, paints, explosives, plastic. We have seen the plastics. In plastics, we use the petrochemicals. Now these petrochemicals are the fossil fuels containing petroleum products, or you can say the hydrocarbons, hydrocarbon bases. So coal tar is again obtained from coal, and coal is also a hydrocarbon. Okay, so they are used in production of plastics, and so on. There are n number of products or n number of articles which are made from these 200 products obtained from coal tar. Surprisingly, naphthalene balls, which are white in color and available for repelling the moths and other insects, are also obtained from coal tar. Now coal gas. Coal gas is the third product that we get from coal. It is obtained in the processing of coal to coke. So while getting coke from coal, we get this coal gas. It is used in street lighting. Actually, it was used in street lighting in the years 1810 and 1820 in London and New York. But nowadays it is used as an industrial fuel in different industries. Now you must have think about this, why there is difference in coke and coal. Your coal is black in color, tough, but it is hard in solid form, whereas coke is in porous form. Okay, only this difference is there, and both of them are pure forms of carbon. Now we are obtaining coal gas from coal to coke conversion. That means when coal is forming or converting into coke, pores are created, and out of those pores this coal gas is releasing. As we have seen that while baking the fermented food like your idlis, what will happen? The idlis are porous because due to fermentation, carbon dioxide gas is formed in the batter. And while baking it or while cooking it, what will happen? From the pores or wherever the carbon dioxide gas was trapped, it will start releasing. And due to this release, the pores are created. Similarly, in the formation of coal, there are different gases which were blocked inside, and in the processing to obtain coke, these gases are released, and basically this gas is known as coal gas. Now with this we have completed with coal, which is one of the exhaustible natural resource or a fossil fuel. In the next video we will learn about petroleum. How is petroleum formed? What are different products of petroleum? And so on. So till that time, be happy and keep learning. All the very best. Goodbye and have a safe day.